Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We are the RC Sailors, and today we're out in our front yard with the Xinlin X181 Quadcopter. I'll be honest with you, I've already had this out one other time, which is why I've got a little bit of mud and dirt and stuff on the props, because there's so many features packed into this quadcopter. I wanted to get one flight in and learn about it before I showed it to you. There's one thing, I want to go over all the flight controls at the end of this video, but the one thing that I want to point out to you before we take off, the one thing you should remember is this is not an actual SD card slot. That is a place for one, but there's not a reader in there. So if you put a card in, it's just going to fall in the camera and be loose. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let's get this thing in the air and have some fun with FPV here.
You're gonna show them where the card goes.
Yeah. It does come with a card. It comes with everything you need. It just goes in the side of the monitor there. So, you know, you're good to record it. It's just not on the camera.
So
it's
just
right
a little startup tip for you there.
Yeah. Okay, that's I love that little transmitter. It's so nice. Turn that guy on. Turn the quad on. We'll let that bind up. The lights are changing. Now we go throttle up, throttle down. And we have power, and now we want to hold this button for a few seconds and it'll turn our screen on. The one very unique thing about this quadcopter, Abby, hold that.
This is the first quadcopter that we've ever had that has a microphone on the quad and speakers on the transmitter. Check it out. I'm way over here and you can hear me just fine like a walkie-talkie. This would be fun for like spying or something, but as far as flying with this, it's kind of loud, so I'll show you how to turn it down. I'm coming back.
This little guy turns that volume down. Now that's off, and let's take to the skies here. I want to switch over to video. I think it's set, yeah. And now I can record. We're recording our video for you. Okay, here we go. Oh, the first thing you'll notice is it's super quiet. So quiet you can hear the neighbor's truck starting over top of it. I do need to trim it up some, so it'll fly a little more level. There we go. Wow, it's a lot better. Look at those lights, Abby. Don't they look so cool?
Yeah, they look really good. We talked about that they're not brushless.
Right, yeah, you're right. Abby has a good point. These motors, as I got a little closer and took a look at them, show you really fast here, they are not actually brushless. They look like brushless motors, but they're not really brushless. They're brushed motors. They're kind of like an advanced brushed motor. So just keep that in mind. They call it brushless, but it's not really. So that is important, but these should last much longer than a normal brushed motor would. So I was just trimming it up there. This will do flips. Let's go ahead and show off a flip really fast. Oh yeah, nice tight flip. So easy, press of a button. And I'm actually going to take it up to a higher rate here. And let's zip it around some.
Is that volume not all the way down that on your
I think I have it.
transmitter?
Yeah, I accidentally bumped it.
Oh.
There, I turned it down. You could hear some of the static, huh? His lights are just so cool. Now, I'd like to be out in a bigger field or something to show you how fast I can get it to fly, but since we are limited here, I'm just gonna do my best. It is quick, it's snappy, it's got just enough pitch to be a lot of fun in rate 2. And in rate 3, there's one thing you got to remember here. We're in rate 3, it has, if I push it all the way over, if I push the right stick over in one direction, it'll do flips in that direction. So you have to be used to flying in that mode. I don't really like flying in that mode, so I like you know, rate 2. That's my favorite. Okay, now I know it has a headless mode as well. We want to test that feature out really fast. I think this does it. No, that's our lights. Lights are off now, you see that? And that's return to home, which does work. And I think this is headless mode. Let's try this. There, see how the lights are a bit different now? and my transmitter's beeping, I can basically rotate the quad constantly and still have flight control over it. I can push the stick away and it'll go away. So I have good control over the quad in headless mode. I took it out of headless mode and I'm flying back to normal now. Those lights just look so cool. Those are great. Listen how quiet that is. Now let's do a throttle punch real fast. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is really good. This is kind of a heavier quadcopter than a normal toy grade guy. So I would say this would be a great second or third quadcopter for somebody that wants to get into FPV racing. This has a lot of punch to it. So it'd be a really good, affordable, viable way for a person to get into FPV racing because it has an actual nice antenna on the side. You've got a really great transmitter that I can actually use to fly FPV. And it's just super nice. Super nice quadcopter for the price point. Can't believe that it's completely ready to run at about $130, but the price changes regularly on these. So I encourage you to check it out on the link below. You can see for yourself if it might even be on sale. We've got a light drizzle of rain going on here. Hopefully we can still get that filmed. I want to do another flip. Look at this. Look how tight these flips are. For something that powerful and that heavy, that is nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. Very easy to fly, very nice and quiet, very punchy. Just really cool little quadcopter. This is, I would be honest, I mean, I think this is probably for something that's just over $100, ready to run being the key word there, I believe this is my favorite quadcopter in this price point, by far. But I mean, this is great. Just really nice. And then, you know, if we go to rate 3, I can do flips in all directions. So I'll do a side flip here. Look at that.
It doesn't beep when you click the flip button either. That's
right.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's me changing the rates. You're right. Well, when I'm in rate 3, what I'm doing is pushing there's rate 3. I push the stick over all the way, and then it flips. And so people would maybe have no idea. Watch, I'll push it over, and there's the flip. See?
Oh, wow.
So that way it kind of looks like you're not hitting a button to do it. You know, you're almost doing it in full acro mode. Look at that, nice roll. But I like to fly it, and oh, there's my low lights. Let's land that sucker. See the flashing lights?
You like to fly it in rate 2?
I do like to fly it in rate 2, that's right. So let me hit my video so it will save. Okay, there's our low light indicator, and I flew this one other time. I'll show you guys real close, and then I'm going to turn that off to save my battery health. Okay, so turn that off, and then I'll turn off my video. Let me hold it in, and then I'll turn off the transmitter. Now this does take 6 AA batteries, and that's actually good instead of like 4, because you're going to get a bit more range and power and distance, and just kind of you're going to last longer on your FPV. Probably have more flights than you would if it was 4 batteries. I do recommend that you get rechargeable AA's for that though, because having FPV, that's going to eat up your batteries pretty quickly. I'd say you might get 6 or 7 flights with just 6 AA's. So rechargeable is the way to go on that. Now, that being my second flight, I wanted to show you guys as many of the features as I could packed into one video. And I think I got all of them there. It flies ridiculously well for something that's heavier than normal because of the nice big 500 milliamp 2-cell LiPo battery, and just more powerful motors. It's got just a nice flight system, a good camera. I don't have my prop cards on there. It actually is a really nice flyer for that price point. 130 bucks is what we got ours for, and I'm really happy with that price point. It came with extra props, prop guards, landing gear. It came with a memory card. You truly don't have to buy anything for this quad except for your AA's for the transmitter. Everything else is completely ready to run. Mine did come with a European charger. I'm not sure if that was my mistake or the shipper's mistake, but you can get European converters for your wall outlet for like $1.30 online. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, this is an absolutely awesome quadcopter. I really like it, and I give it 2 big thumbs up. Now, like I've been doing in most of these videos, I want to go over a bit more of the features here at the very end. This quadcopter does have a mic. I pointed that out. It's pretty cool. You can turn it up and down here if you do or don't like that feature. So super easy to control. That's not throttle trim. You do have yaw trim and pitch trim with all these. All these buttons down here basically control your FPV up here. So if you do have the option of not flying with FPV, which is wonderful. A lot of quadcopters in this price point that offer 5.8 gigahertz of FPV make you use the FPV. When you turn the transmitter on, your video has to be on. In this case, it does not, which is awesome. This, of course, is throttle and yaw control, and this is your pitch to fly, and this is your lights on and off. This is return to home. This button does not have a function. These are your flips and rates. You'll use this the most. The top button is flips.
So when you're in rate 2, you have to hit the flip button?
Yeah, and you can only flip forward. From what I was only able to flip forward.
Okay.
But in rate 3, you'll hear 3 beeps to get to that rate. When you give the right stick full over in any direction, it'll flip. No beeps or anything. So that's pretty cool. And then up here is headless mode. That was headless mode. And it actually works really well in this quad. That is everything. There are some cool things. There's it's kind of goofy, but there is a headphone jack right there. So if you love the audio feature, you can plug in your earbuds and listen to it that way. You know, if you turned it down and then you landed somewhere close to a conversation and then turned it up, that'd be kind of a fun way to spy on people. But
that is creepy.
That's weird and creepy, so don't do that. And then your SD card, your micro SD card goes inside here. It does come with one. It is, let's see, 4 gigs. So that's pretty cool that it came with one. This side of your transmitter has a little USB port. So I think you can probably pull your files off of your card through that, but I haven't actually tried that. This is not a tear in my screen. That's just the screen protector that I have left on. So the video quality would be even better. I just decided to leave it on to protect it a bit longer, but it is getting annoying, so I'll probably take it off soon.
And then the screen collapses too.
Absolutely, this is really cool. It folds down for storage, and then this guy actually folds down too, so you have a better viewing angle, multiple angles it locks into.
Storing angle.
Better storing angle, that's right. And Abby wanted me to point out that while this is on, you can use these buttons down here and rotate. I have no idea why you'd ever want to do this for this setup, but you can rotate the way this is viewed. You can go upside down and reversed upside down.
Yeah, and so if you have that problem, you just hit...
You cycle through up and down.
Yeah, and it'll fix it.
Right. Okay, then it is kind of important to note you have to hit, I think it's set to switch between video and picture when it's on.
And then you can freeze it too, right?
Yeah, okay is to freeze it if you want a freeze frame to actually stay on there. And then the record button will take pictures and do video depending on what you're...
Yeah, and I showed you all saw it, that it switched from a picture of a camera to a picture of a video camcorder.
Yeah, that is a ton of features for a quadcopter. I have had a lot of quads, a lot of drones on the channel. I'm getting into FPV racing. I fly planes, and for that amount of money, this is the most features packed into one vehicle that actually works that I've ever seen. It's fun to fly, it's powerful, it's quick, it's quiet, and all these features work. I really like this. If you guys have one of these, let me know about it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you're thinking about getting one or you just ordered one, say, hey Nate, I just picked one of these up. Can't wait for mine to come in the mail. That looks awesome. I have the link in the description box below for you. Check it out. It might be on sale. A lot of times the prices will fluctuate on these, so check back every now and then. And anyway, I got mine for about 130 bucks. That is a steal for something like this. I think for all the features that are in here, the nice transmitter that matches, it's just a cool setup. I think it's worth a couple $100. So, I mean, I'd pay $200 for this one. I mean, that's really a good price point for something this nice. That's really all I can say about this. If you have specific questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll be happy to try and answer those for you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.